So me and God are locked in. I go to New Life Southeast Covenant Church. Me and God are locked in. But to spirituality, right? So whoever you believe in, or if you don't believe in anything, I had a beef with God for a while, right? Because I was like, why me? You know, like God, I've been through a lot of trauma prior to. I don't have time for this. Cancer came up, I ain't got time for this. And so then, it's the funniest story, but my best friends and I talk about it all the time. They were like, when you got cancer, you started to heal the most. Because I had experienced so much trauma back to back when I moved back home to Chicago. It was back to back. And so for me, I enjoy me time a lot. Cancer also made me realize I enjoy these intimate moments with people, with my close knit friends and my circle and my mom. You enjoy the smaller things. But I also have this really big version of myself that's I do whatever it is I want to do in life because it's a sense of urgency, which is sometimes a trauma response. But it's also if I want to travel the world tomorrow, I'm going to get up and travel the world tomorrow because I don't know what my life will look like in 10 years. And so for my regrounding and my my own, of course, my own going to my own therapist, she's amazing, but it's also just me being in the moment and acknowledging those triggers. That's the mental health side of me coming out, is that triggers are gonna happen for the rest of your life. My cancers are before October, breast cancer awareness month, right? September is Uterine Cancer Month. And we don't have walks, we don't have marches, we don't have these big parades, and we're not on TV all the time, and we're not doing that for my cancer. That's a trigger in itself, because I'm well, my cancer matters too. And so I had to come to terms with what my triggers were. And so when I did, I talk about them as I come, or I don't talk about them sometimes. And I got back into finding out who Tiffany was again. I didn't realize I loved being creative, and I also love having a master's degree in accounting and public administration. I love all these things, but I think that when you go through trauma as black people, we have this thing. It's actually called post-traumatic slave disorder syndrome, and it's where we have ramifications of slavery and civil rights and all that stuff, and we still hold those things near and dear to our heart. And I'm in a season of just uncovering things about myself that I never even knew existed. And so I think that's my advice for anyone going through any chronic illness or going through cancer specifically, is that you learn so much about you when your body is betraying you. My body, and that's why it was so difficult to grasp. I was in denial for a very long time because I'm I work out all the time. I was smaller than this. I have a personal trainer. I'm vegan. I'm all this stuff. And I'm my body just betrayed me like this. But then now this new normal. So this new normal is I'm back in the gym, I've always traveled. I think I travel a little bit more now. And I just do things that feel right. I'm still tired. The tiredness don't go away. Menopause makes you tired and exhausted, but yeah, also getting back in close relationship with God, because the why me does happen, the pity party does occur, and it's okay for that to happen. It's a part of the journey, part of the healing process. But me getting to where I am now, to be able to talk about this in such a more polished way, is I had to sit with myself and figure out, okay, this happened. What does that mean for you, though? And what does that mean for your life, your legacy? What do you want it to be if you did die 10 years from now, if your cancer came back? What does that mean? And so my regrounding is just, who is Tiffany again? And learning who that new person is, because we go back to always, I want to be who I was before this and before that. It doesn't matter what could it be. And I'm that person is dead. She's gone. She doesn't exist anymore. She survived. But this new version of myself is uncovering all these hidden talents, all these hidden emotions too. And also allowing just my support system and my my loved ones to be there for me in ways that I didn't necessarily care for at the time when I had cancer.